Shall we just fire straight into it? Issue number 27 of The Mighty Avengers. 4 against the Flood Tide. The Avengers are off on a mission, and I can't follow them until I remember what number to dial on the secret new Visi projector. Well, if anything will jog my bonehead memory back to life, this subliminal recall inducer ought to do it. Mad Mix-Up story by Stan Lee, Icky Sane illustrations by Donick, Daffy Dizzy delineation by Frankie Ray, Looney Lampoony lettering by R.E. Simic. P.S. No, we didn't forget the mystery villain we left lurking in the shadows. We'll get to him before you know it. Henry Pym, Giant Man, and Janet Van Dyne, the Wonderful Wasp, learn that the submariner is swimming towards New York in an effort to alert the Avengers. Ta-ta-ta-ta-ta! The Wasp flies after Subby, only to be captured by Attuma and his undersea legions, who are causing the tides of Earth to rise in order to destroy mankind. Waspy escapes and warns the Avengers, who bravely tackle Attuma, all but Hawkeye, who missed the boat. Now, if you're still with us, give yourself a no prize and let's go. Within the space of a single split second, the rolling juicer has done it. It's transistorized work, and then, I've got it. The number has come back to me. It's 1313. It worked like a charm, but I could have sworn I heard footsteps behind me as I was sitting there. I may not have any so-called superpowers, but I've been in this hero business long enough to sense it when there's danger near. Whoever it is, he probably expected me to sit under that gizmo a lot longer than I did, so he must have moved fast enough. Twop! And now it's too late. Nice try, Sonny, but I was expecting you. He's pulling a control panel right out of the wall with those suction cup fingers of his. Say something, will ya? I hate to fight in silence. No. Long-time Marvelites will recognise our newly arrived arch-villain, but we'll keep our Johnny-come-latelys in suspense a while longer as a lesson to 'em. Sly old Stan. Wisecracking buffoon, I choose to let my deeds speak for me. Your gimmicky arrows can't protect you from one as powerful as I. Guess again, cornball. I don't know how business is in the villain line, but you could make a pile if you ever decided to teach grammars. I warned you, wings can shield me from anything. Well, goody for you. We'll send you a no prize in the morning. I don't know who he is or what he wants, but I haven't time to find out now. The Avengers may need me. Swiftly pressing one of the countless emergency buttons which dot the walls, the Master Archer leaps through a noiselessly sliding steel door in one smooth, daring motion. This ought to get that nut off my back long enough for me to read the message on our Visi projector. There's nothing I like better than a nice, peaceful, dragged-out fight, but not when Winghead and his two shadows may be needing me. Now all I've got to do is dial 1313, then give a voice command. This is Avenger Hawkeye speaking. Show your message. It worked. That clown Stark is a real gasser. But holy smoke, it looks like real trouble. Thump. Uh-oh, my sparring partner is stronger than he looked. He smashed through that steel door. You cannot escape me by merely putting a door between us. Well, if you know any better ways, I'm open to all suggestions. Those suction fingertips of yours aren't worth a regiment. They can stretch out and grab almost anything. Lucky the message was programmed to fade after a second, so he couldn't have read it. He's pulling me to him. He's stronger than he looks. But we'll see what good that crummy strength does against one of my flare arrows. Ha! I thought this would make you let go. A sudden flare can be a mighty shocking thing. You will pay for that, Avenger. Boy, that line must have come from page 1 of the Supervillain's Handbook. Haven't you yet learned that no arrow can penetrate my invulnerable wings? Sure, I'm a real fast learner, chum, but you've got a lesson coming now. Ever been hit with a bold arrow before? Bolo arrow? Sure, like the South American weapon, it wraps itself around you, or maybe you've already noticed. Now, I sure hate to hit and run, but you'll have to excuse me. I've got a real important appointment to keep, and this gas capsule should keep you here till I return. Sweet dreams, Sunbeam. The giant submarine headquarters of Attuma, an astounding battle rages. The Avengers have flooded the combat area. Now Attuma can lose. True, for the air in the Avengers' helmets is almost spent. Indeed, we shall tell our descendants about this sight, mighty Attuma defeating all 4 Avengers single-handedly. But our warlord fights in his own element water, the same water which saps the Avengers' strength. Say no more. If Attuma heard your words, 'twould be the execution wall for you. And even as the undersea warriors watch, Wanda tried to help us smash in the floodgate, but now the water pressure is too great for us to resist. That means that Attuma's vast strength is certain to bring him victory unless... But thanks to Attuma's sudden burst of speed, Captain America's never quite finished his desperate thought. Ha! Your speed and skill are lightning-like reflexes are useless now, but I, a true water breather, can battle as powerful as ever. Quicksilver's racing to help me, if I can just hold Attuma off long enough. And what of Hawkeye? He should have found our message by now. Why doesn't he show up? We need him the most. Don't be impatient, Marvelite. We'll show you what Hawkeye is doing within a couple of pages. Meanwhile, we've got some more amphibic action panels awaiting you. There, by the time the shield carrying the Avenger awakes, the battle will have been ended. The water pressure slowed Cap down enough for Attuma to connect, but I can still fast enough to stay out of reach. Perhaps if I take Cap's shield, I can find a way for it to serve me as well. His speed is too great, but there are other ways. By suddenly wheeling about and blinding the female Avenger with her own cape, I can reduce her to total helplessness. Knowing how stupidly gallant the surface men are, this is sure to bring the other quickly within my reach. Wanda! He is imperiling Wanda, my sister. No, Pietro, no. Ha! I knew you would leap to her defense. How foolhardy of you to put yourself within my grasp. Even with my great speed, the water slowed me down enough for Attuma to seize me, but I shall still fight on.
The surface man's speed combined with his skill and courage enable him to resist the master's death grip longer than any other. I've got to help Pietro, but I dare not use my hex. They're too close together. But no matter, he cannot break free. Thus the end is only a matter of seconds. With Cap still unconscious, our only hope is that Hawkeye will reach us in time. But where can he be? And at that very moment, luckily, I was able to borrow this aero sub from the Fantastic Four. Hey, what's going on down there? I never saw the tide so high. And neither did anyone else. From every part of the globe, wherever ships ply the seas, the story is the same. Mayday, mayday, waters have gone mad, waves 100 feet high, getting worse. It's the same everywhere. There's no refuge we can head for. It's the 6th SOS we've had in an hour. I've never seen such a storm. That's just it. It's not a storm. It's like the tides are rising by themselves. Within minutes, every program is preempted from the air. Only news bulletins are broadcast over radio and TV. This is Shep Brinkley on the scene at Cape Hatteras. Storm warnings are up everywhere. Coastal cities are being evacuated. It's like a nightmare. Panic is mounting. Fanatics call it the end of the world. Or are they fanatics? Good night, David. And back at Attuma's gigantic sub. Look, stop her. No, it is too late. My only hope is to use my hex to break the glass enclosure. There. Now if only it will provide the diversion we need. Whoosh. So great is the ensuing onrush of water that even Attuma's strength cannot resist the deluge, and so, thanks to Wanda, I have another breathing spell, but how long can it last? The water is their element, not ours. The odds are almost impossible. Quickly, mend the breach before our machines become waterlogged. Can't see Wanda or Cap, but directly ahead of me, some sort of tunnel-like tube. Perhaps it may lead to safety. But one of Attuma's warriors has seen Quicksilver's move, and the fool, he's sealed his own doom. All I need to do is throw this lever. Ha! Little did he dream he had taken refuge in a vacuum-powered ejector tube. Ugh. The sudden change in pressure will be more than his air-breathing body can endure. Slowly, limply, the courageous mutant rises to the surface. The air is in his helmet, finally exhausted. How simple it would be to save himself by removing the headpiece. If I were conscious. But an inscrutable fate works in mysterious ways, as we see minutes later. Wake up, mister. I'm getting tired of talking to myself. What? I'm still alive. I can still fight. You'll never get me. Oh. Whoa. Son, simmer down. I'm on your side, remember? Hawkeye, it's you. You found us. What's with the us, Jazz? All I found was one floating Avenger, more dead than alive. If I'd been a few seconds later, forget it. Wanda, Cap, Attuma still has them prisoners below. Hurry, man, hurry. I'll explain as we go. And explain he does, until a few seconds later. What sub are you talking about, Whitey? It was right there. I'll never forget that spot. But now it's gone. I didn't need you to tell me that. Hawkeye, what can we do now? We don't know where they went. Don't even know whether they're alive or dead. While we're wondering, it looks like we've got a bigger worry heading for us. Over there, an armed patrol sub. What luck. It's Attuma's men. They'll lead us to him. If you ask me, they've got other ideas. Kind of like blasting us clean out of the sea. Zzz. Give me those controls, Avenger. I can manipulate them faster than you. Sure, Whitey, be my guest. He's not kidding. He's moving like greased lightning. Never saw him so fighting mad before. You did it, Quickie. You manoeuvred rings around them. They'll never get us now. But we mustn't lose them. They must lead us to Cap and my sister. Look, another scout ship. We'll need all your speed now. Hang on. The controls of this craft respond as though alive. Tony Stark is indeed a genius. Stark didn't help build this one, Pietro. I got it from the Fantastic Four. That's Reed Richards. Ain't exactly a slouch, though. We must stay out of range of their blast rays and turn tail and head for the mothership, so that way we can follow them. Then we've got to polish off this Attuma guy fast. There's big trouble up above. The seas have gone crazy. That's just it. The one responsible is Attuma himself. It's part of his plan to conquer mankind. How about that? These days, it must be open season on the human race, huh? Hawkeye, hold on. Look what's ahead of us. Brother, it looks like a refugee from one of those Japanese monster movies. Well, what are you waiting for? Whitey, the ship has a brake, hasn't it? Yes, but we can't use it. Remember, the patrol ships are still on our tail. With only one chance. It all depends upon my speed at these controls. You're batty, son. No matter how fast you move, we can't slip past that thing. Have you forgotten our pursuers? They shall help us. Now, I know they've flipped. How will they help us? How will they help us? I haven't time to talk. Just watch. Then, manoeuvring his tiny craft with the speed and skill of a master, Quicksilver manages to evade the monster's squid tentacles long enough for the two patrol ships to get within range. It worked. They couldn't part away in time. So he caught them, and now while his attention is diverted, but we're still nowhere. Without those two scout ships, how are we going to find Attuma? There aren't any road signs down here, pal. We don't need them, Hawkeye. Just look yonder, behind that massive rock formation. What do you see? Well, it sure ain't good humour, Truck, so I figure you did it, Whitey. Now, let's go get 'em. And even as the two eager Avengers near their goal, I have repaired my vessel and increased the oxygen quotation, so that your punishment will not be as simple as mere suffocation. Things look pretty hopeless, but he's got one weak chink in his armour. This is the time for me to play upon his colossal vanity. Too bad, Wanda. The thing I regret most is that we're dying for nothing. Attuma is nothing but a phony. What do you mean? He has no machine to make the tides rise. He wouldn't dare attack the surface world. It's all a big bluff. Phony, am I? Bluff, is it? I'll show you my machine. I'll drive that lie back into your snivelling throat. You'll rue those words before you die. Good. He's reacting just as I hoped he would. Scant seconds later. So this is your control room. Now, see for yourselves. My view screens show how high the tides on Earth have already risen. Within a few hours, every coastal city will be completely flooded, and within a few days, all of Earth's surface will be underwater. Yes, underwater, waiting for Attuma to take sovereignty of all who are left alive. And now that you realize Attuma does not bluff, it is time for you to meet your fate. Don't be too sure of that. Since I goaded him into revealing where his control center is, I've got to find some way to wreck it before I cash in. Don't despair, Wanda. Stay close to me and follow my lead. And at that moment, above Attuma's sub, ready, Hawkeye? Ready, partner. Then hold on, it's time to attack. Yeah, that's the name of the game. Look, another patrol boat coming at us. What do you know? Ain't it nice to feel wanted? Come on, lean on that throttle. No time to search for an opening. We'll have to crash right in. But if you flood the place, what'll happen to Cap and Wanda? I didn't think of that. I've got to get them in time. We're in luck. Look, Attuma has an automatic device which dropped a new glass wall in place of the old one that we crashed through. No matter, we must still reach the others. Uh-oh, looks like Attuma's playmates have other plans for us. I'll keep them busy till you can sling your arrows. Let's go. Man, I never thought even Quicksilver could move so fast. When his sister's in danger, he doesn't kid around. Nothing he needs from me except maybe applause. Zip, whoop. That takes care of all of them. Let this be an answer to those who claim the new Avengers are lacking in power. But suddenly, a mammoth automatic field piece lumbers into view. One wide-angle shock shell will stop the lightning-like one forever. We must teach the insolent surface creatures the folly daring to interfere with the all-powerful Attuma. But before the fateful button can be pressed, behold, the other one has fired an arrow, and true words have never been mumbled. Of the giant sub. Master, 2 additional surface men dare to attack us. What? This I shall deal with personally. Remove the prisoners. When I'm done, we shall have 4 executions instead of 2. A diversion. This will make our task easier. Move, surface swine. You will wait in the dungeon. Quickly, Wanda. This is our chance. Pretend to faint. Very well, but be careful, Steve. Don't worry. I've been working on my ropes. They're almost loose enough. Then, on your feet, woman, or I fire. Oh. Now, while they've turned away, there, it's snapped. No time to work on handcuffs. So long as my arms are free, I can fight. The name's Captain America, mister, but you can call me Cap. Look out, the masked one is... Stand aside, careless fool. I'll attend to him. Next, effortless motion seizes the second guard in a judo hold, and then... So far, so good, but we still have to wreck the flood tide machine before it's too late. Tum! But first, let me get those shackles off you. Tell me, Captain America, do you never know fear? Only a fool or a liar says he's never afraid, Wanda. There, now my hex can free you. Thanks, lady. Now get ready to move. Meanwhile, in another part of the sub, just another few seconds to catch my breath, and I will zoom into them again. I'm down to my last arrow. It's been nice knowing you, Whitey. So, they are trapped, but they do not surrender. Good. The longer they resist, the more sport we shall have. But then, when their resistance begins to bore me, I shall signal the wire ray tank to end our little game. Not till we get our turn at bat. Who said that? Cling! If you forgot my name, there's my calling card. Good shot, Cap. Now let's even the odds, Avenger. But as Cap races to retrieve his shield, still time for me to seize the controls and save the day? What enchantment is this? To the spot. I cannot move. That hex of yours was just what I needed, Wanda. And now you help Hawkeye and your brother. I'll join you soon. I've got something to do. This is the end of the line for you, friend. All out. But what about you? The best way to help while Cap is gone is to take over this monstrous machine myself. I don't quite know what I'm doing, but it certainly is doing it well. Whoosh! Stop the tank. Stop the tank. Cowards. Turn back, Attuma commands. They do not heed me. I have lost command. And then, even Attuma himself prepares to retreat. The wire ray coming closer. Nothing that lives can survive it. I too must flee. But my plan goes on. Each passing moment brings the surface world closer to doom. First, making certain that all of the on Hawkeye and Quicksilver leaping onto the tank to find that Captain America has already rejoined the Scarlet Witch. Wanda, you're safe. I knew in my heart that no harm would come to you, especially with Captain America nearby. How wonderful we are together again as Avengers, and we have triumphed once more. Quit kidding with Winghead around. She might have just plain died of boredom. Say, wait, what about the Wasp? Didn't she send us our message? I searched for her earlier. At top speed, there was no trace of her. She must have escaped before we got here. Let's hope that's the reason we can't find her. But wait, I almost forgot the most important thing. What about the floods which Attuma was causing? What good does it do for us to win our battle if the human race is losing theirs? Minutes later, after reaching the Fantastic Four's aero sub, don't worry about the human race, Wanda. It's a lot more rugged than its enemies suspect. But Cap, there were floods which threatened to wipe out the entire seacoast. But a threat is a far cry from a deed. Cap, you don't understand. For him, that's nothing new. At ease, Hawkeye. And in his control room, with a few still loyal warriors, Attuma sees They're escaping. Another bit of inspired dialogue by Sleepy Stan. But I can still stop them. I'll increase the pressure of my flood tide machine. It will cause the waters nearby to crush their ship like an eggshell. No, something's wrong. The control lever, it's not responding. It's reversing. Its function, the increased pressure is coming into my own ship. It's sabotaged. Someone has tampered with the control. It can only mean, but alas, we'll never know what it can only mean, as Attuma's frantic soliloquy is rather rudely interrupted. So much for Attuma's flood tide machine and the watery menace to mankind. So that's why you were missing for a while, Cap. You set up the control panel so it would explode. But let's skip the pat on the back bit and rejoin the Avengers again a few hours later as they race into their HQ. I thought you said you left some new attacker tied up here, Hawkeye. I did, Methuselah. I don't know how he got away. Listen, our alarm signal is sounding. Whee! This is amazing. It's the last thing I'd ever have expected. Don't just stand there, man. Tell us, who's the message from? What does it say? I still can't figure out who that metal-winged nut was, or how he got away. My intuition tells me the Avengers are facing a new crisis. The message concerns the Wasp. So, next-ish, more of the Wasp and the Beetle. Meet the Collector and the return of Giant Man. Enough said. The end. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and we will catch you on issue 28 tomorrow. Same time, same place. Do not miss it, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Have a good evening, guys.